Welcome to a video entitled Printer Priorities. Now, printer priorities is really the opposite of printer pooling. If you haven't watched the video on printer pooling and the video on configuring printer pooling, you may want to go take a look at those. Printer priorities and printer pooling are two very popular topics on the Microsoft Server Certification exams. It's a real cool functionality. It's used a lot in the real world, and as a result, they really test on it. Now, printer pooling, just as a quick refresher, uses multiple physical printers and only one logical printer. Printer priorities is just the opposite. It uses multiple logical printers, which all point to one physical printer. Now, what we're trying to do with printer priorities is, say we only have one physical printer available, but we have two groups of people in our company, and one, when they print something, they really need to get it off the printer. Maybe they're dealing with customers up on the front desk, and the folks in the back can wait for their prints, but we don't want our customers waiting. So when anybody on the front desk, say in the sales group, prints something, we want that print job to get priority on our only physical printer. And here's a quick little animation about it. We've got one physical printer. It's our Brother HL2170 laser printer. Now, we've got a logical printer out there that when a user does a file print on a Word document, they see the Brother HL2170 or they see the sales printer. Now, we can work with permissions on these things, or we can just train our people either way. But let's say that both groups sends a print job. So a print job goes to the Brother HL2170 logical printer. At the same time, one of our front desk people sends a job to the sales logical printer. Now, both of these are pointed at the physical Brother HL2170, and we've set priorities, and we've set the sales priorities higher on that logical printer, and as a result, its job goes to the printer first, and once it's completed, then the Brother HL2170, whose logical printer had a lower priority, goes to that physical printer. It's really that simple if it sounds simple. You may have to go through that a time or two for it to make sense, but what you really have to differentiate here is this concept of logical printers that we see in the server software when we add a printer, and then the actual physical printer that's sitting out there that we load paper into and plug into the wall and get our prints off of. So watch this video a time or two, make sure it makes sense, and then go on and go find the Configuring Printer Priorities video, and I'll show you how to set this up out in Windows Server 2012.